It's, I think, very opportune that we have these two talks coming one after the other, because they're both very much about partnerships, about global partnerships. And I'm going to describe a different program, a different partnership between three institutions, but with very, very similar aims. I think that we all agree at this conference that the development of family medicine in countries such as India is of vital importance if we're going to address some of the pressing health problems of the world, such as an ageing population, increasing amounts of chronic disease. And we really need a range of educational opportunities to get there. I don't think in a country like India there's any one single solution. So what you're hearing this afternoon is a few different ways of coming at that problem. We've heard through the course of this conference that primary care is at the forefront of healthcare reform worldwide. We've heard various definitions. Interesting how frequently Margaret Chan is quoted, but I think the faith that and confidence that she has placed in family medicine really reinforces what we're all trying to do in developing these courses and these training programs. So that it's really been a tremendous vote of confidence in family medicine. Can anybody recognise the person in the pink dress there? Right, okay. I didn't immediately recognise her, but so she... Very long back. Very long time ago, yes. She teased me for that. Okay. And we've heard that from some of the leaders of our founding fathers of our profession, such as Ian McWhinney, that we share this sort of common set of values. Values and approaches to problems, and that we have a way of approaching health and healthcare problems and illnesses that's really identifiably different from other disciplines. And that is something that we all realise, but I think at times we have trouble convincing our colleagues, whether they're in government or in policy. So we've still got lots of work to do. I come from the University of Edinburgh. We have the oldest university department of general practice in the United Kingdom. We established the first chair of general practice in the world back in 1961. And we have a strong general practice course in our undergraduate curriculum. We have very strong links with the Royal College of General Practitioners and with our public health colleagues. And we have a very broad range of programs of research in areas such as chronic disease management and cancer and e-health. And I think that research strength has in many ways underpinned our interest in developing a program of family medicine. When we came to develop this program, we really sort of faced at the outset that primary care has enormous diversity, whether it's the way that it varies according to public versus private sector provision. In some areas of the world, there are traditional healers involved. There's phenomenal differences between urban and rural environments, and in many areas there are very significant issues of poor access. So we, in developing a global Masters of Family Medicine, not specifically designed for any one single country, we needed to take this wide range of factors into account. So as I've said, our program is built on a global partnership. Nigel Crisp, in his discourse on global health partnerships, really hammered home the fact that increasingly, when it comes to solutions to healthcare, global partnerships are vital. They promote the spreading of good practice, the greater use of new information and communication, biomedical technologies, and so forth. And I can't emphasise strongly enough that our partnerships with partners here in India have involved a two-way knowledge exchange. We've all very much learnt off one another. So we've partnered up with Christian Medical College and the International Christian Medical and Dental Association. And as I said, that partnership is based on mutual benefit. It's equal. The exchange of expertise is very much two-way. We've tried to develop a sound understanding of the family medicine environments of our students, and I guess being a university, we've inevitably looked for some of the extra benefits that might come from that sort of partnership, and it already has underpinned developments in research. We're doing some cancer projects together, staff and student exchanges, and we've also learnt off one another in terms of innovative approaches to distance education. So this is CMC Valor. This is the program which Jakin and her colleagues have developed over a number of years. A real exemplar in family medicine training, a beacon of excellence in the south of India. One of their major pushes has been this refer less and resolve more initiative. So promoting this idea that in primary care we should deal with a greater proportion of the illness. We should prescribe responsibly in an evidence-based sort of way, as we should with all our treatments. So we really, when this opportunity arose to partner with Christian Medical College, it was a great honour and privilege for us to do so. We've also partnered with ICMDA, the Christian Medical Dental Association, and they've also been a fantastic partner. They provide this international network of medical practitioners around the world, and we run as part of our online course some residential programs, and they've been instrumental in delivering those face-to-face aspects of the course in an extremely high quality way. So this has been a fantastic three-way partnership, and as I said, we've learnt a great deal from one another. So this is the web page of our Masters of Family Medicine. We've just taken our second lot of students. I'll share with you where most of them are from shortly. And prior to launching the course, we paid several visits to Vellore, to Tamil Nadu, partly funded through the British Council, and did some exploratory qualitative work with doctors out there about what their learning needs might be. What they told us was they wanted case-based, evidence-based approaches. They felt that a lot of their undergraduate training had been a little too theory-based, not enough practical exposure, not enough experience examining patients, lack of opportunities for international collaboration in family medicine, little exposure to some of the core concepts that we take for granted as family doctors, such as continuity of care and consultation skills, a lack of opportunities for contact and networking with other family medicine trainees, and this whole issue that you were beginning to discuss in Professor Ray's talk about external recognition and accreditation of family medicine, and the extent to which that can be a real source of frustration. As I said, ours is an online program, so why do we do online learning? Well, I suppose the biggest area of growth in our master's programs in Edinburgh has been in online. We like them, and our students seem to like them. They're flexible, and most critically, they don't take trainees away from their workplace. So we have a similar program in surgery, for example, and we have lots of students there from Malawi. But it means that those trainee surgical registrars doing their important work in Malawi don't have to come to Edinburgh. They can do their course where they are, stay in the workplace, and that seems to be a better all-round solution. We like the idea, and so do our partners, of a global approach and sharing ideas from diverse settings. We've found that feedback and assessment processes can be delivered well in online courses. It offers the opportunity for more students to participate. Our resources aren't restricted by place or access to expertise, and potentially with all these online resources it enables access to a wide range of journals and other sources of information. Of course, we do have reservations about online learning. No method of delivery is ideal. It's distance learning has a bit of a stigma in some environments. Some governments don't like it. They don't think that online courses are as valuable. We call ours blended learning because we have a combination of face-to-face and online, but it is predominantly online. Of course, you can never substitute hands-on and skills training in medicine. We have technical issues. Sometimes sites are blocked, such as Facebook and YouTube. During times of heavy internet traffic, things can be difficult. And of course, it does take away some of the social aspects of learning. But there are also some social aspects which are good in online forums where people contribute from around the world and have very sort of sparky conversations. They can be a real joy to be a part of. So our course is 2 years. It's part-time, based on online distance learning. It's based on this partnership, and at the end of 2 years, the graduates will have a University of Edinburgh degree. It's a mix of skills and concepts. We cover clinical areas such as those listed there, but we also have quite a strong emphasis on these concepts of family medicine, as I've mentioned, such as communication skills and evidence-based practice. And those modules do appear to be particularly popular with our students. There are multiple online resources. We use case studies, patient portfolios, these online interactive forums at all times of the day and night, depending on the time zones that our students are in. And it also includes a dissertation. And as I've said, it's supplemented by these residential placements. This is the overall structure of the course. I've really just put that up there to show you that there's a mix between these the family medicine modules and the contact sessions, and in the final part of it, in the end of the second year, we have this dissertation component to it. These are just some photos from some of the contact sessions. The sites for doing that are all around the world, in countries such as India and Africa and Egypt. This is one of our course providers, Robin Ramsey, with some students. He has come out and taught on the contact sessions. These are some of our enthusiastic and happy students, and in Vellore we collaborate with also with the Department of Family Medicine, a quite extraordinary family medicine outpatient department that sees poor and underprivileged people. This is just one quote from one of our students. Of course, I've given you a very positive quote. I wouldn't give you all the negative quotes that we get, but this is from one of our really enthusiastic students. It had opened her eyes. She liked our use of NICE guidelines. We do use a lot of evidence-based medicine resources such as clinical practice guidelines, and what comes up again and again is this interaction with other students from around the world, and that's something that the online learning can promote. How long have I got, Jakin? 3 minutes, okay, all right. So I think I can cover this in less than that. Last couple of slides. So where does a master's program in medicine fit in? And this plays a little bit into the conversation that we've just had after Professor Ray's talk. So this is a little bit different to the previous partnership that you heard about, but our mission is the same. I think we want to advance the concept of family medicine globally. We want to emphasise its unique values, its own clinical and academic landscape. Ours isn't a professional training program. We've not gone through the process of accreditation by licensing bodies. In fact, if anybody asks me any questions about the regulatory environment in India, I can just refer them straight to Jakin. In the context of in countries where there's already vocational training, we think our program can be complementary. It might help in passing exams, but it also might take people up to that next level in family medicine, giving them skills in teaching, career, and helping with their career, and perhaps leadership skills. And in countries where there's no vocational training at the moment, we believe there's lots of ways our program can still be used, and at least it provides an educational framework and some regulation in training structures within unregulated environments. But we've deliberately not tried to go to regulatory bodies and get our program endorsed. Finally, what have we learnt? It's a major undertaking. It took us years to get this partnership going, and the memorandum of understanding were just a nightmare, but we did it. But we now have an international community of teachers and students, and when you get them on an online interactive forum, it can be a really wonderful experience. With the technology, if something can go wrong, it will. We've learnt to choose your partners carefully, as we all did. It's essential that you have shared values, as we do. Your institutions need to be accommodating and generous, need to be not interested in, particularly in making profit. Distance education is a good concept in family medicine. It's becoming popular. Not everyone wants to do a master's degree, but for some it can open doors in terms of professional growth, promotion, and teachers. And it's also vital that we work closely with international partners, colleges, and of course Wonka, and we have been. These are some of the countries that these are in fact all of us, the countries that our students come from at the moment. And thank you very much for your attention.